Hey y'all, how y'all doing? What's up? I have somebody with me here. I have a special guest.
I'm just I'm a nobody. I don't think you call me somebody, Big J.
Yeah, you're somebody, some goober. Anyways, you all, in case you all don't know what's happening, we have Mr. Pie all ready to go, but unfortunately, we're waiting for a young witty. Um,
A
Legend
witty
has
man.
it there is a CLG witwix somewhere out there floating. Unfortunately, we're waiting for him to float into this race here, so we're just kind of awaiting him. Now, of course, if he does not show within 15 minutes, then it will be an automatic forfeit for him, and Pie will get that free pass, you lucky bum, to round number two. So we're just simply awaiting that. So me and Cheese will keep you company until that deadline hits.
Q&A session. Do I feel a Q&A coming on?
I do feel a Q&A.
We got a chat Q&A, AMA going on right now.
Yep. Yep. So, chat, you have like 18 seconds to ask us your questions.
Yes.
Yep. Why? I don't know. Maybe.
How
I
do you
don't
like
know.
your eggs? I like this one. How do you like your eggs, Big J?
I like my eggs edible.
Okay. I mean, yeah, for starters, yes.
Scrambled, dude, scrambled with cheese. A four
Ooh,
cheese blend.
with me, damn. I didn't know you liked me that much, Big J. Damn.
I like
That's
all variants of your cheese.
I actually have to go with fried sunny side up if I'm gonna be honest. I
Sunny
like them
side
old
up.
school. Yeah.
Dude, I want that. I can't do the yolk. I gotta like stir that mess up, man.
I like the
I tell
yolk.
you.
Nice and runny. I gotta mix it with
Cold.
my toast, my sausages, my bacon.
Oh my god, please hush. Um, Cold ketchup. Cold ketchup is a sin. No one should be having. You know what? I don't know about y'all. Some people take ketchup and they put it in the refrigerator. How do y'all feel about? Do you put ketchup in the refrigerator?
What? Of course. What? You eat warm ketchup?
Dude, I just leave it at room temperature. I'm not sitting there baking it. I just leave it at room temperature. I put it in the cabinet.
Well, yeah. I mean, ideally, warm
Am I the
ketchup.
only person who doesn't put ketchup in the fridge? I don't want to. It's like
Wait,
who
I
wants to
don't
make
get
a
it.
hot? Who wants to make a hot juicy burger and put cold ketchup on it? This ain't
Wait a
no apple
minute.
pie a la mode.
How cold is your fridge, though? Does ketchup get that cold in your
I
fridge?
mean, it shouldn't be like 70 degrees in your fridge. I don't think. I mean, it should be moderately chill.
Okay. I mean, you have a point, probably. Yeah.
You know, have you ever seen Chef Ramsay? Chef Ramsay is like, you should never put hot food on a cold plate. So why in the name of God am I gonna put cold condiments on a hot juicy burger? I ain't trying to cool the burger down. You know?
I would say that maybe my fridge is just really bad because my ketchup still stays pretty warm in my fridge.
That's not a fridge, and that's just a box.
I need a new fridge. It seems maybe I
This
am
says key
totally
refrigerator.
lost.
Bump that. That's just their recommendation. They don't know how to cook. No last time you seen doggone hunts with a TV talk show or a food show? Never. I'm gonna trust Chef
Good
Ramsay on
point.
this one. He's got
Yeah,
Michelin stars.
yeah. Ramsey usually knows what he's talking about. Well, it seems as though we've reached the 15-minute mark. So at this point, it is pretty much confirmed that iateyourpie will be progressing or advancing to round two. So congrats to Pi on that amazing win. He fought so hard, but
See?
Pi does advance to round two. Um, we do have 15 more minutes though to until the next race.
So what do
So
we do?
that's a good question. I mean, if Whitwaste does happen to show up in any of these next few minutes, then maybe we might see if we can get this race going. But if he doesn't, then we'll have to play it out, and then the next race will be starting in 14 minutes.
Yeah, 14 minutes until we start round two. We're gonna cut that final eight down to the final four. So four more people will be going home empty-handed like myself.
Yeah, man, that you guys' this race was so close. You and Double
Yeah,
Flips. That was pretty. That's by far the closest race we had actually.
yeah.
So we have another commentator that's going to be joining you. We got Electric. Hello, Electric.
What's up, guys?
Ooh.
So
Electric
excited to be
is
here.
legendary Super Mario 64 commentator and has commentated many other games too, Celeste, Odyssey for GSA. So I'm gonna be leaving the call now, leaving you guys to have some fun. But it's been fun. This 5 minute Q&A.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be here with you, Big John. Oh man, your gameplay is just ridiculous at this game.
Please, you see, I just lost, but I'm just literally lost. I can't be good. I mean, let me tell you what, and because this is the first time, and I've seen a lot. I mean, I've been here for a while all day, watching the chat's responses to it, and let me tell you what, it's a very easy mode on Mario Maker. It's just a hot mess. You just don't know what you're gonna get. From the, enemy spam levels. Grab a star, run through them. Maybe those auto levels, the musical levels, and that's part of the game here. That's just part of the game. You know what you signed up for. It's like speedrunning a game that has heavy RNG. You can be on point with your movement, but at the end of the day, RNG is gonna screw you anyway.
Oh yeah, it's like the just with the fact that basically any level can show up. I mean, you really don't know what you're gonna get, and it's almost like just asking Dampe over and over for that heart piece. He just won't give it to you, and sometimes the level selection here is just you're not getting easy stuff. You're just getting a bunch of ultimately BS levels in some cases.
How does EFG continue to do that, man? Like, we're talking about one of the best 3D Zelda runners in the world, and just to know that no matter how on point you are, dumb old Dampy says, "Here, have a rupee, bruh."
Right?
You
The
know?
greens are the worst. If he just keeps handing you greens, it's like you don't even have enough respect to give me a blue.
Yeah, man. It's just, but that's the thing that makes it interesting. I mean, first of all, shouts out to GSA for even doing this. Just showing off. Literally the first time you've had Mario Maker 2 in any kind of competitive scene. And the thing about it is, you got people of all skills. You got people who grind. They grind those 0% clear levels. Those low clears. You got people who are trying to get these crazy high streaks. So you bring people of kind of all, I would say, all kinds of styles of focus area on Mario Maker 2. Because some people just do viewer levels. Just seeing what you people have made for us. Some of them are nice. Some of them are you just don't like us. So it's kind of cool to have that diversity amongst all 16 of us.
Oh yeah, and like viewer levels in general are so cool to play through. Like I have a viewer in my own chat that's made a few levels, and like I've spent hours one time just trying to optimize them. Like there was this spring jump that was so difficult. Like they intended for me to use a spring, but I could go just a little bit faster through their level if I just like landed just short and grabbed the spring instead. It just like all these little optimizations I found, and it's both such a joy to be able to grind levels like that, and also like to see the viewers' reactions and having something that they spent the time making just so thoroughly examined.
And that's a cool thing, man, because we got some players who are really really good. They are the people that grind the panga levels. Just nonstop. They're determined. They go hours and hours to clear it. But sometimes, how does that translate to, hey, you're doing in this style where you've got one level pop up, you got to figure it out really really quickly. Otherwise, skip it if you think it's going to take too long. Not really the same approach because one level is kind of like a speed run. You're grinding it over and over and over and over again. Here, you're going for the first clear. First attempt, first clear. So I think it's pretty cool, man. And of course, as we move on to tournament, when we go to normal now, maybe not so much RNG. We're going to probably have a little bit, some thicker levels. Maybe some longer levels. Not You probably won't have 22 clears in normal, most likely.
Yeah, that's
But
just an insane count.
yeah, man. And of course, remember that this is all happening today, you all. Roughly around 7 p.m. We're gonna start our round two matches, where the players will be doing the same thing, except this time it will be on normal difficulty. So maybe not gonna have the 2 second clear times. Maybe at least three now instead. But we're gonna see what happens here. Um,
Yeah, I wonder how many dev doors we're going to end up seeing. I wouldn't expect them a whole lot in normal levels, but could see one or two occasionally.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing, man. Sometimes when you see that short clear time, especially if it's like 5-10 seconds, like maybe I should just jump up at the beginning real quick and see if I see a little something, something. You just never know. It doesn't seem to be as many dev doors in Mario Maker 2. Maybe I haven't put it as much, but I haven't gotten anywhere near what I saw in Mario Maker 1. It's just like it was just a gimme. Just hey, hitting blocks up to a door, bam, right above the flagpole, win.
Yeah.
You know.
I wonder if at least part of that's due to just like not having to figure out the game for the first time again. You know, a lot of people just migrating from Mario Maker 1 to 2. I feel like a lot of it was just kind of experimenting with the new features. We saw some really cool levels with those, like lethal ejection from Dan Salvato. That was just an
Yeah.
incredible level of switches. And like a number of levels have really integrated those switches in really interesting ways. But I think most of what we've seen in regard to like just really weird stuff in levels has just been people experimenting with those new mechanics. And I mean, a lot of people, you know, they already have that basis of knowing how exactly to clear these kind of
Yeah.
difficult, challenging levels. So I think that's kind of one reason I think the dev doors aren't really showing up as much.
Yeah, that was kind of me, my first level. Like when I first started playing, I'm like, okay, let me at least say I made a level. So I just like, and because obviously 3D World being the newest one, I said, let's go throw something there, find some cool little blocks, put a little troll to get them once. They don't want get trolled twice. Once he gets them once, they'll know in advance. But it's just like, hey, I did make a level, play my level, you know. You know, good old Mario Maker 2 streams, you know, you just see a random person here play my level, you know.
Right. And
So
sometimes it ends up just being absolute fire. And in some cases, it's just, oh boy, I run through these swamps real fast. Yay.
yeah, that's cool. And speaking of farms, I think that's one of the things I really like about 3D World because you know typically, you know, in these Mario World games, you know, like first of all, Mario One, you know, touch a swamp, you're taking damage. Doesn't matter where, side, left, up, down, BA, whatever. You're taking damage. But you know, now in 3D World, you know, we're talking about thwomps. You can just, you know, wall jump off the side, chill on top of them. Of course, they can instantly kill you if you get crushed by them, though. So it's so cool to see the same object, but you know, we've got all these mechanics. So if you play this game, you know, especially in something like this tournament, you know, you got to be a little familiar with the gameplay styles as this begins to get to the harder difficulty. You know, especially expert in the finals, the bronze match. You know, in round 3. So you know, they're gonna have to show more, probably a little bit more skill versus just, you know, thank God, easy 3-second level. I'll tell you that. I'm ready to see it myself personally.
Oh, yeah. Super excited for this to come up, honestly. Like, and like you said, like with the 3D world layout, like when I first saw it, I was like, okay, how did they take a 3D game and make a Mario Maker layout with it? But it actually adds so many movement options that the gameplay really becomes fascinating. I've always been partial to the Mario World layout, but I do think in some cases, some 3D World levels do give it a run for its money.
Well, I tell you what, as someone who knows a lot about 3D Mario's yourself, you know, I have my stream have been always, if you look at the editor and you see your main 4 styles, and below it, it has the 3D World style listed, and it says other styles. What do you think about a 2D variant of Mario 64?
Oh, that'd be really interesting to see, especially like with the adaptation. I, you know, the way they downsized the 3D World mechanics, I think made a lot of sense. 3D World, in a lot of ways, felt like a 2.5D game, where like you know you have that field of depth and everything, but it doesn't have that same freedom of movement. So what I'd be really excited to see is if they actually added a true 3D style maker somehow. It'd probably be like a completely different editor
Now,
we'd have to
now,
see, but.
let me say, now, do you think we are ready for that? Do you really want to have Kaiser blocks in 3 dimensions here, X, Y, and Z axis? Could you? First of all, I'm thinking about how do you even bound the level? Like, oh my God, we're making a 3D Mario. I think that's why you don't have that many 3D Mario hacks because it's scary, yo. Like 3D Mario wasn't meant for like extensively challenging platforming. You know, good God, I mean, I'm scared to death of like TikTok Clock and you know Rainbow Road and God, man. But
Yeah, I mean,
letting us make 3D level, oh God.
yeah, I'd love to see though what Penga could do with 3D design, like especially from something that has the depth that Mario Maker's editor has. Like, you know, you have to think back. Like, there were a bunch of like little course editors or like kart editors or something, and a few racing games here and there. But like here, it's really Nintendo kind of giving players the keys to the kingdom, really saying like, make whatever you want. Like, here's all the parts, just do it.
Yeah.
And like we've seen a couple things like this. Interestingly, F-Zero X, the expansion kit that was released in Japan, that had a full course editor that allegedly was really similar to what Nintendo themselves used to make the game. So it's just
Mhm.
it's interesting to see like how that sort of thing in the new internet era is just like making such a huge community for 2D Mario.
That sounds legit right there. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm scared. I must say I'm quite scared. But what I'm not scared of is the fact that we are going to move on. Okay, we are going to cut back to a little break here because we are going to officially end round one. So we do have our final 8 people moving on to round 2. For those who missed it, we have the Beast going against Failstream. We have Bismuth going against Lil Curbs. We've got Mute King going up CLG Simple Flips. And finally, we have Oats and Goats going up against Mr. Free Pass, I Eat Your Pie. So that is your final 8. Moving into round 2, where it'll be 20 minutes this time of normal difficulty. All right. So we're going to cut to a little break and get our next or beginning of round 2 set up. And me and Electric will be here to walk you through the shenanigans, right?
Yep. We'll be right back, folks. See you in just a second.